Good everyone. So in this episode, I'll be talking about how to install an app from an app exchange. In the last episode, I demonstrated what app exchange is all about and the significance of app exchange. Something I compared it with an Apple store as well as a Google Play Store, right? Now, there are two ways you can install an app from an app exchange. First, you can Google App Exchange and it will take you to the appexchange.salesforce.com. Pretty simple. You can install it from an app or you can install it within the Salesforce as well. Okay, so I'm going to show you both ways. It's going to be a pretty small lecture, but it's good to know how you can do that. Now, when you come here, right, appexchange.salesforce.com, you can see different options, right? You have recommended for you, if you, because, sometimes the reason why the app exchange is very important, right? Sometimes in your development lifecycle or in your implementation planning process, right, you might come across a solution to a problem which has already been implemented in App Exchange. So, instead of reinventing the wheels, you can pretty much look at the solutions out there. Say, for instance, right, if you wanted to say build something around permission set, okay, and it's a very complex customization, let's say for the sake of it, and if you realize that that kind of customization exists in an app exchange, you can pretty much have a look at it to see, if it's really going to work for your business or if it will meet your business requirement. Okay, because what happens is that the time that you invest in developing a product may not be justifiable at times. Instead, you could buy, what is out there, which is tested by many customers and based on the feedback, right? So that's one of the advantage of having an app exchange. And if you're a solution architect, right, you it will become your responsibility, right? If you have to, if someone asks you to come up with a solution, you can't straight away suggest, oh, let's go for a customization route. You might have to look at an app exchange solution as well, and then put your case forward saying, hey, this is the app exchange solution, and this is what the customization we are proposing. So pros and cons of both, right? So that's important. Now, if you look here, all right, so you have homepage recommended for you. Let's look at what's recommended for you. um, so you will see, the Jitterbit just now I've seen, which is pretty cool. The DocuSign is very popular. I mean, I've used it for one of the customers. I mean, I haven't implemented it, but one of the other consultant implemented it. But one of the customers, New Zealand, they use it. And then Jitterbit, I've seen that. That's most companies I've seen they use it. Um, I'm not sure about Ascent Solution. This seems like an inventory, enterprise resource. So it's like an ERP kind of thing. It's like if you are after a solution of something this level, like it's an enterprise level, so that's why the price is pretty expensive. But if this is something you're after, just check it out. I haven't used it, so I can't really talk anything about this app. But just to give you a context, right? That's what I'm just trying to do. How to search for an app, or if you wanted to know something, you can look for it. Let's say I wanted to look for something around integration. Yeah, let's look for it. If you find something, see you got different options by default. Like you can go for the Slack. DocuSign you have to integrate, right? You have Link Point Connect, Gmail and Google Calendar integration. So the different kind of options, right? So and Jitterbit, right, which I'll mention in just a second. And you have Adobe and files and attachments. So different things you can look for. If you couldn't find it, if you're not sure where to look for it, you can always search it, right? So this is a pretty powerful look and feel interface, I would say. Made it very flexible. It's similar like, Google Play Store or iPhone. The only thing is that you can build it for the website here, and so now you have solution by type, which is pretty cool. You have apps, you have bold solutions, flow solutions. So if you're after components, say for instance, you can go to components. and you can look for the components you're after, right? And you can also filter it by free or pay, right? Just to make it easier for you guys. And you can apply the filters, whatever you want it to do. And the ratings, which is very important. If you're only after 5-star rating, you can filter that by, and the languages, right? Not every user is an English speaking user, right? Because for instance, if you're a French, you may not be interested to do things in English, because it's obvious, because that's French is your first language. So the same goes with Korean, for instance, right? So yeah, I mean, you have a choice, language choice, so which is great. Um, and you have Tableau, which is apparently getting very popular. So which is a free, right? So if you want, you can go here. Let's say I wanted to install it. Okay, so I will click on here and go to more, and just taking some time. That's all right. While it loads, while that stuff loads, right? Let me show you something from in-app as well. So you go to here, visit App Exchange. So you can go click here. So you can download from here as well. So like I said, you can do apps, component. So they're filtered out a little bit in a different way. And if you want, you can go to App Exchange website as well. But so I said, for instance, if you wanted to install something, you can say you can go Salesforce adoption app. You can do that, and then you can say, if you say get it now. Say for instance, if I want to install, uh, so I say to ensure. So open the login screen, and it'll do something. So allow. So it just say you wanted to allow it. So and you can install it. So sometimes it's slow, right? I mean, it just happens, but it's doing something, as you can see, right? Or handshaking, whatever it's doing behind the scene, because obviously you have to handshake with the right org to make sure you're installing in the right place, right? Uh, Login successful. I don't know what the heck. Okay. Uh, this is pretty. I haven't seen this one before, but just hanging. But anyways, let it do what I was supposed to do. You see, this is, I'm not sure what's going on here. All right, okay. I'll just keep it here for now. And so you can, if you wanted to get it from here, right, you can just to get it now. And you'll get something like this: install in production, install in sandbox. Let's say I want to install in production, which is my production org, which is the developer org. And, you know, you can also and then you can confirm and install. Okay, so I'll do that. I'll read the agreement, whatever, right, and I'll just confirm and install. Okay, right. So I need to log in. Um, so which is fine. It's my developer org, anyways. Doesn't matter. So this org is mostly for training. I mean, I got other orgs as well where I do actual development, so which I normally don't expose it to the outside world. Um, so yeah, because that org I used, because I'm using that org for in-house for my company, and then we're doing some customization as well. So that just something pretty much in-house. So I just don't expose it to the people who are not supposed to see, right? So here, which is pretty cool, you can do install for admins or for all user for specific profile. So which is pretty interesting. If you don't want say to install it for every profile, you can use this one, right? Uh, Normally, I prefer this for now. Okay, so like I said, it based on your business requirement, who you wanted to this app to be installed for. Yeah. Um, so this one is pretty annoying, so I can cancel it. So it's just all right. Doesn't matter. So it's something similar, right? You can do get it now. I don't know why it's doing this, but it normally will bring up with the login screen and login successful, and you get something like this. Okay, so and pretty much the same interface, and we'll installation complete. Let's see, done. Right, so and you can go to the install package, and you see that Tableau Viz Lightning component. I think it must be there somewhere. Let's have a look. Um, I know it's not visible, but let's have a look. What is it? View component. Let's see. All right, this is all the same. Okay. All right. So, just this is just a web component. Okay, that's why. All right. So you can install it this way. So or you can install if you can build your own. Right. You can build your own and publish it. That's another thing you can do. Um, so which is a little bit beyond the scope for the certification, because it's to publish it. You don't really need to know how to publish and push it, but that's when you go to deployment lifecycle certification, you will need to know how to do something around App Exchange, how to publish it and post it, right? So that is something, and even for integration, they might ask you, and they. Um, so this is pretty much I wanted to cover. I hope you understood what I'm trying to say, right? So this is a very powerful feature. It's a separate store, right? But you can pay for it. You can build a business, right, using App Exchange, which is pretty powerful. Um, so if you are someone looking to start your own company, right, you can do that using Salesforce. You can customize your um, you can build an app and sell it, right? You will be surprised if people likes it. You can become a millionaire. These days, to be honest, millionaire means nothing, right? It just everyone is can be millionaire on that perspective. Like for instance, um, in New Zealand market, right? You buy two properties, you're a millionaire because average house price is $1 million in this country anyway. So I own four properties, in this country. In 2016, I decided to buy one property, then using the equity of that property, I bought another one, then using the equity of that, I bought another one. So I own four properties, so each worth, except one property, the rest of them worth over $1 million. So, but, you know, but that's on paper, right? You're a millionaire. But I'm just saying, uh, if you wanted to build your own company using App Exchange, you can do that, right? So I've seen people doing that. A couple of big businesses, they release the products. Conga is one classic example. Then you have Financial Force, which is an ERP solution you get from the App Exchange. Pretty cool, right? So yeah. So sorry for the I distracted. So that's pretty much I wanted to cover. So I think this is good enough from your certification point of view. So I would highly encourage you guys to install it, any app, play around with it, and see. Sometimes you might find some issues and see how it goes, right? And I believe every consultant or a admin or developer should know how to install an app from an app exchange. I mean, a Salesforce consultant, admin, or a developer, right? So that's pretty much I wanted to talk about in this episode. I hope you guys have an amazing day.